Hey guys, Miss Jaeger here, and welcome back to the front, and the literal front in this particular battle, as basically what's going on is we're currently assaulting this town of Constantina, and my guys have basically just been assaulting the walls. This admittedly wasn't a major settlement. This is like one of those sort of normal settlements, but I think they built the buildings which gives it a garrison and some walls. So basically what's going on is my guys are currently making their way. We're basically hammering them with all the armor and all the weapons that we've got. And now we're just going to actually make towards the... We're now just going to commit to actual battle. So I'm just going to send my units of Legio Spartan A in. And in the previous episode, right, you guys, ceasefire. Who are we shooting back? Right, ceasefire. Go, go, go! Well, I don't know if you can be in position to do something. This is gonna suck for you. And they're like, alright lads, do you want to try it? And I'm like, sure, by all means. Boom. Straight into it. Amazing spearmen now all dead. Oh my god, yes, they're amazing. At what, I ask? At what? Hello, we got a cavalry unit. Engage! Looks a lot of fun. Let's do an insert here. Ripping through this cavalry unit. Oops. There you go. So the enemy forces have actually committed to some form of defense, and we have got some stuff ready to go. Might as well help us. We may as well assist ourselves in this particular fashion. Nice. So far, all the enemy have been able to showcase to us is their ability, well, their low-tech ability. Kingdom of Garamation, I don't think have... I don't honestly think they're the real threat. Like, even before the beginning of this particular war, the whole freaking, like, the sort of the battle and everything. Right, ceasefire. Reform. Re-engage, if you can. They're on skirmishers, so... Nice. Right, ceasefire. Right, let's go. They got some defenses. Not gonna get. I'll grant them that. They got some defenses. Well, we're gonna still have to roll up this hill to attack. So, but no, like so far we've been engaging these arms. So far in the previous episode, we began the war against all of the. Start again in English. We began the war against the Kingdom of Garamation and the Kingdom of Judea, and we've been able to achieve lots of our objectives so far. We've captured well over our previous record, and as said in the previous episode, I am going to be examining every settlement that we've captured, because this is the last settlement in the massive blitzkrieg that we've done. The first turn, we annihilated loads of settlements, but our blitzkrieg I'm going to go with is kind of... Well, I'd say that this is the end of the natural blitzkrieg, you know, like, this is the last settlement that we could, in a sense, surprise attack. So, if we're talking in lore sense... Oh, there they are. Right. Set ourselves up accordingly. Get themselves all ready. They're already all bloody scared. I don't blame them, to be honest with you. little bit. Do a miniature bombardment on them. Might as well, they're all spread out. You must be in range of them. You seriously cannot be that... Really? Oh, you aren't not in range of them. Oh, my apologies. Shit, well I just made your job a lot fucking harder. Oh, it's fine, we'll just attack them. They're only tier 1. GG. How the hell are we capturing that? Oh my god, look at how quickly we're destroying that unit. Difference between tier 1 and tier 3. Yep, gone. And that's the day done. So that's the end of the initial blitzkrieg. We completely wiped the floor with that garrison force. And, yeah, rightly so. Our catapult and infantry, cavalry and all that jazz. We've done a pretty good job with our armor in English. I'm not doing too well. I think the cappuccino of good fortune has sucked me dry of all effectiveness in communication. Blech. Slap. And that's why you're gonna suffer, because you don't have a helmet, you pleb. 77 loss, that's all good.
Ready for orders.
Right, so there you go. So yeah, this settlement was a country town. Oh, that's what it is. It's just literal... Okay, so it's just a tier 4 area. Okay. Nice. Oh, hello. Extreme drought. Oh, shit. Okay. So... Crap. Okay, so that's going to be something we're going to be careful of. Carthago, I assume, is in the same shit situation as we are. Yeah, we are. So, basically, we're just going to have to chill for the time being. That's going to be something we're going to be have to careful of, which, ironically, this climate change issue is not going to be too bad.
At your command.
Yeah, this is where... Ironically, this is where having the climate change helps us out more now, because it allows us to push further south, which means sectors in the south are going to be a little easier to take. So, in looking at what our towns that we've captured, we have grabbed Tarsus, Antioch, Melite, Amidia, also Edessa once we get into the siege for that town. Then, let's nip over to sort of here. We've grabbed Caesarea, Constantina, Demidi. I think, in comparison... Oh, I don't know. I think it's roughly the same. I think we've only just did... I think we may have 1 or 2 settlements more, but I think we're just a little bit over the advantage. It's not by a massive record, which is fine. That's totally okay. Right, that's in Osprone, so that's fine. So, Nisibits is as far as east as we're going to be pushing. Yeah, and then everything else is going to kind of... Like, Nisibits is going to basically be the defense town, where we're going to hold the line. Because Tosp is like... Don't even bother.
Commander. We hunger for battle.
Melite is currently undefended. It's not very good. But yes, so that's currently that is the current situation at the moment. We've done pretty good, to be honest with you. Like, we've been able to annihilate a large portion of enemy forces. Let's start making a move, because Caesarea is now under our control, and we are safe from attack at the moment. To be honest with you, chill in Caesarea. You can't do anything at the moment, so you might as well just chill there and defend it. I'm going to have a look at Carthago. I've not actually seen Carthago for a very long time. Okay, so Carthago does also have a very large garrison, and it looks like yeah, it is. The Garamatians have cavalry as their... Oh, wow, that's a lot of... Jesus Christ. What buildings do you have? City. A royal city by the looks of it. Fishing port. Royal Haram. Latin. Knight and Christianity, blacksmith, and infantry quarters. Okay. And it's also a scorching hot summer. Also, they have the horns of whatever the hell that is. I assume it's not a very advanced army.
Your orders. For honor and glory.
Right, so the garrison defenses, they don't have a wait, what? They don't have a naval garrison? That doesn't make any sense. It means I'm going to.
Honor to serve Rome.
Dude, I'm legit gonna do that. My god, that's ridiculous. These guys are so backwards. That's really freaky how easy this is. I'm honestly worried on how easy this is. Oh yeah, we got this as well, don't we? Battle reports. Oh, no, we don't. Oh, we got some gems. Killed, Langobards. Oh yeah, we made peace with them, didn't we? Yes. Thracia! Has apparently got a food shortage. It's only -2 though, so like... Marcianopolis, we can get rid of the garrison emplacement, which will then reduce their problems. Blessings of the goddesses in Syria, which is going to be good, because we're going to need it. Right, I'm going to convert you into that. Polo pitch. Seriously? They invented that? Huh. Right. Ah, yes, that we're going to need to destroy. Well, at the moment, what we're going to have to do now, though, is unfortunately, because it's extremely late at the time of this particular recording, we're going to have to basically cut for a second, and then we're going to come straight back to whereupon we're going to launch and defend. Defend? Yes, defend. We're going to defend this settlement. No, we're going to basically cut recording, and then I'm going to come back when it's daytime and not night, and we'll basically launch the attack on Edessa next. So I will see you then. And we're back. And upon further studying, we can commence with a few other operations, actually. So basically, we're just back. I'm just readjusting myself. So what we're going to do, before we commence with the siege of Edessa, is begin a variety of other sieges. So Emesa, which is in the next province of Syria, it's not going to be too good for public morale, but...
Besieging settlement.
Oh wow, that's pretty terrible, actually. Protective then. He's gone. And we are occupying.
We hunger for battle.
So that's that. Then you are to make... See, you can make a move further down south towards the first actual major garrisonable settlement. Tarsus is kind of vulnerable. Definitely not in a good spot, but the thing is, what I might do is I might position myself, and ironically this is actually kind of what I'm going to do. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my sphere of influence, meaning position my fleet as such, so that if any one area gets assaulted, reinforcements can come through. Let's not also forget that I have a naval reinforcement coming in as well, who is going to primarily focus on coming over to here. I may send him further down south to assist in the conquering of Africa, but for the time being, I'm just going to focus on getting that sorted. So you guys are going to be fine. So you can move out towards Nova Trajana, which is enemy settlement, also containing lots of garrison forces and an army. Admittedly very poor, but still an army. So you are going to assault that.
Let them cower before Rome.
Then you are going to be making a move towards Tyrus. So we are making quite the push here.
We take this settlement for Rome.
Yeah, so they're being backed up by a crap ton of archers as well as foot groups, so... We're going to be in the shit for this one, but we are being hyper-aggressive in this particular move. And then we're making a push towards Tyrus. Oh yeah, and we can't afford to repair anything either.
This settlement for
Oopsie.
Rome. laying siege to the
Yeah, you know, we're going to be in for a long battle. This particular battle may be more dangerous because not only do we have to face off against a large garrison force, although I said it looks like it's a walled settlement. Is it? Indeed it is. So, ironically, this high-level settlement actually works against the enemy more than it works, and works more for us, because, you know, the AI exploitation. So, we've got Tarsus and Antioch completely secure. Well, I say completely secure. Secure enough. Amidia is in the process of recovering and doing and whatever kind of thing. That's a point. Edessa is about to get conquered. Nisibis is nearly in position to be assaulted. I've yet to get any reinforcements sent over to there. You need to rank up. And for that, I shall give you this and this. Actually, no, cancel that. This. And you don't have any cavalry, so I instead will make it that. Make it cheaper. Okay, so... I mean, I could have gone with the two things that makes it I can get attack next time, but... They've got enough, and I've been able to last a long time without them, so I'm feeling confident of that. So, we have now got multiple sieges on the go here. We've got Tyrus, Nova, and Edessa. So that's going to be quite the handful. And not to mention, we're making progress in the south. We've got reinforcements on the way. So, all in all, this current war at the moment is going quite well. And we've also received some more battle reports. We've ranked up as well, which is fine. Yasa the governor as well. Obviously, you know, bad guy. So now, let's head over to the town of Edessa, which doesn't actually have much of a defense, except its garrison. So, without further ado, let us lay siege. And I think we're probably going to end up suffering more casualties than it is worth. So, we're going to have to make this assault, which is fine. Though, I'm not going to lie, I am somewhat disappointed at the moment for the lack of response. I mean, I know we're still on the... I know, technically speaking, you could argue we're in the Blitzkrieg, because we've not really seen a reaction from the Garamatians or the Judeans, but it's still quite surprising that the forces that we're seeing, for a very large nation, are all basic spearmen and infantry. I mean, I know if you spam enough towards whatever, any sizable, decent force will eventually crumble. But it's a bit of a shame, don't you think, that that's how it's going to be? Anyway, we've already got counters to their tactics. I mean, the Kurdish archers are the most advanced unit I've seen of these guys so far. So... it kind of just goes to show, isn't it? We're already pushing towards that point, so... be fairly soon if we can get the territory to link up between ourselves and the Sassanids. We may yet be able to establish trade relations, which then could furthermore lead towards a peaceful area. I'm going to try, and there you go. Okay, so fairly similar setup as before. That's okay. Go out into the distance there. It's quite remarkable. This is, I mean, this is the one thing about the Total War games that I always enjoy. Is when you're laying siege to someplace, or if you're in the middle of a battlefield, the fact that you can quite easily look to the right or left and find yourself... I've got to be careful where I place my shit. I'd say in between here, so that way if there is any kind of counter, they have to take more time so I can react to it. Anywho... right, let's quickly move here. You guys will reform here. Because they've got 4 catapults, which is what I'm concerned with. So, hopefully they deploy them in a really stupid location. 1, 2... Good.
Before us, when their women and children beg for the mercy of slavery, then we will have done a good day's work. Now, to
I will say the update, well, the HD textures for the cities and all that, really nice. I am really liking them. Adds a lot more variety to it as well, because this is a mod, by the way, which allows you to, which changes the color of siege equipment as well as. I mean, good shot. You've taken out a fair amount of the cavalry, but not really what I was intending.
understood.
So Let's try that one again, shall we? With regards to speeding things up, instead of just cutting to it, I am just going to be a little bit more blasé, so we may suffer a bit more casualties. Oh, that's cool. Sorry. That I just like. What I'm primarily going to do is my old tactics as before, really, where I basically target the towers to make sure that the towers are knocked out, and then afterwards we can then concentrate on neutralizing the archer. Well, at least you're hitting targets, so it's like I can't really complain too much. It's just once we've taken these two towers out, then all the other archers can start firing at us. There we go.
The enemy tower is no more
Good
than
shooting
wreckage
again.
now.
Ah, that's probably why.
A fire rages through the enemy
Really?
settlements.
Already? Oh, okay. Apparently constitute as 1%. GG. And I love how my catapults are still throwing shells into it. It's like, wait, not on fire yet. Good shot. Again, not really kind of pointless, but good shot. Right, you guys are taking care of
The
that.
enemy's tower has been destroyed.
Fire over onto the right, so that way we can take care of that. Once we've taken care of all those towers there, there'll be no risk of losing troops from that. And more parts of the town will get set on fire, which is a benefit. Wow, that's impregnable stairs right there. Oh, 71%. Good. I will say, these towns are way more fire resistant than I previously anticipated. Like, I mean... Oh, good shit.
Their tower has fallen. Good news.
Like in previous towns, like in Roman towns, you'd set one section of town on fire, and you could reliably leave it alone and spend the rest of the battle just watching everything burn. Whereas in these settlements, they do burn and they are closely knit together, but the way that fire spreads, like for example here, in Roman towns, that would have spread down there. And it's not. And, you know, it just, you know, makes the whole concept of going down into these sort of towns... Oh, good shot.
Their tower has been destroyed. This bodes well.
Right. I can also see the enemy commander, but I think we're going to have to revolve on that explosive round. You guys now begin to march in Testudo out towards them. So really the main aim for this particular tactic is just so I can basically... It just means we can speed up the concept of siege assaults. Because the big problem previously was that we had all the potential time in the world, but no means to... oh, that's cool. Are we on flaming? No, we're on explosive. Good. We had all the time in the world to assault, which was nice, but at the same time it meant that we took frickin' ages to lay siege, even off camera. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and speed up the process of neutralizing enemy assets, for example, the archery, so that these guys are going to start taking shots, but it also ensures that we actually get the ability to bluffed. So if you guys stand in front of them, archers will start shooting at you. And then you guys can basically take all the crap, because you guys can
our hidden troops.
You guys can take all the shit from these dudes. And whilst that's going on, my other dudes can move into position. So, whilst this is going on, my catapults can fire explosive rounds into the crowds, thus reducing the percentage of the people already, costing them ammunition and ties, which will then resolve in them dying out. And then eventually what we'll do is we'll prioritize shooting at sections of the wall that are close by, and you know the usual drills for stuff like that. But yeah, when it comes to contact or combat with these guys, they're very... I'm going to assume the Sassanid Empire are the guys to talk about for Eastern Empires with the ability to offer up some actual decent quality troops. Like, I know these particular kingdoms, like the Kingdom of Garamation and whatnot, are all sort of minor settlements, minor sort of smaller, like not smaller in higher stature, but small enough that, you know, they don't really make that much of a dent on things. I'm not gonna lie, I'm honestly surprised that the perfect.
The walls are destroyed. The defenses are no more.
Well, we've got a breach. But yeah, like, the Kingdom of Garamation and Judea, not really showing much signs of actual combat capacity, which is depressing, considering we spent... It's a bit like the Napoleonic Wars campaign, where all that time with France, and, all that time with France and with, other sections of the, like, other small nations, and yet the big war that I was hoping for, the big one, you know, with Russia, nothing. Like, they resisted, sure, like, they weren't completely pulled out, like, a bit like this lot. They weren't complete, idiots, but I kind of, at that point, had already gained enough, supplies and reputation in order to completely ruffle stomp them. And in this particular case, I'm going to be cocky here and say that these guys are being a lot easier than I anticipated. You know, not to say that they are not going to be easy throughout the rest of the particular campaign. I mean, I know, again, we are on the aggressive form, and they still are, like, with Judea, they're fighting the Sassanids, so obviously it would take time for them to reassemble. But, like, in comparison to, for example, the Romans, who are aggressive to the core and never stopped attacking, these guys seem to be quite okay with me attacking their settlements. You know, defensively, they are good-ish. Their Kurdish archers can present a threat. To be honest with you, I've forgotten the damage levels they can do. Yeah, so their missile damage is pretty good, and there are a bunch of other sort of things. But again, like, their armor is pretty poor. Their morale is high, which is, good to know. But again, they're not really showing themselves as an actual force, and their melee contingents are atrocious. I mean, their desert spears are terrible. Their morale is poor. Their missile block, for some reason, is really high, so attacking them with range is completely pointless to a degree. But everything else about them is terrible. Like, if I sent just my legionaries alone, which is I'm half tempted to do, I'm going to slaughter them. And of course, they've got their commander over there, so their morale is easily affected. So really, it's just poor quality infantry with more poor quality infantry, and it's just ridiculous. And it's a bit I wouldn't say depressing, but it is a little bit sad that, all this potential hype about a big war, and the first few engagements of the actual conflict turn out to be no more impressive than, well, than the last few engagements of the Romanic War, The
enemy's walls have fallen!
Because, like, when we had the Romanic War, we had, like, oh my god, so many, like, battles in defensive and aggressive. So, like, when I was on the defensive and then they launched their attacks, and when I was on the aggressive, they, countered or whatever. Oh god.
We have destroyed their defenses!
And that's the section done. Target the gatehouse just in case my troops try and go through there. Really? Right. Nudge up the formation a little bit so you guys can take more fire from them. And then the enemy's garrisonable spearmen will try and, like, do something. Because they've got their javelin guys as well, so you want to make sure that they don't have, like, the opportunity. There you go. Right, you guys reassign or reform and go about there-ish. So far, no casualties. I love these guys. The level of awesomeness that my Spartans have is awesome. It's just incredible. I love my Spartans. They are definitely awesome. Right, let's get these guys going on to explosive again. Have fun. Once the Kurdish archers run out of ammunition, which looks like there's maybe one or two left. There's probably going to be a couple in the background there that I can't see, but hello.
The enemy are losing their advantage.
This is good to a degree because my dudes can just stand there. It's not great to see that, but they can't attack, which is the big thing. I can't get them out of formation either, so we're going to have to be careful with how we do this. And they're going to get shit on anyway, so it's a win-win. It is slightly nerve-wracking to see cavalry forces so close. I mean, my testudos can take it, but the moment they go into contact, anyone who's shooting at them gets easy access to deaths. Right, cease fire on them. Rebuild your ammunition stocks a bit. Alright, they're nearly done. And once that's the case, these guys can move up and start raping. A heavy shot. You out of ammo? Almost. Right, you guys begin your march up towards the front lines then. And have fun. I mean, it's somewhat silly, but I'm half tempted just to leave the spearmen behind, because they're no longer useful. I think the thing with these guys, because in previous episodes I sort of talked about my sort of, well, not disappointment with them, but more my ceasefire. Right, I think we're safe to withdraw now. Run!
We will pierce their hearts. Forward! Siege artillery ready. At the double. Missile warriors! Get them, any of them! Elite ballistic!
I love how they target these small groups of people. Like, all the potential targets in the world. And these 5 people, 3 people, is what causes you to shoot. Please kill that one dude so we can focus on more important targets. I will have to focus on him now because of the ridiculousness of the situation. Because AI like to target pointless people. There you go. Thank you.
Enjoy yourselves.
Ooh, good solid hits. I'm liking. That was actually a really good solid hit. Ooh, actually. Target those desert raiders.
At your service.
Yeah, Bahirish. Double time it up to the front. As soon as you get past that burning tree, we'll put you on the steady motion. I'm very well aware of the friendly fire potential.
Missiles ready, waiting.
Flaming round to target those guys. We're doing a good job annihilating those guys. Well, we got a few. Ceasefire.
By your command. Missiles ready.
Right, you all good?
Large onager.
Looks like it.
Bulge. Ready for orders.
Right, you 4. Actually, no, you 2. Push up this side along this position. You 2 push up alongside this position. You 4 will form up behind to act as reinforcements.
Melee infantry. Swords. Melee infantry at your command. Swords.
We got him.
Raise your command. Melee troops.
I mean, yeah, look at that, look at that. Less than a few seconds and these cavalry guys are already buggered. That's just how poor they are. Right, you may commence fire on those dudes.
Ready for battle.
turn your attentions to the right, and then see what you can do with those dudes. Good shot. I mean, I'm impressed that these guys... Well... You guys ready? Almost. As soon as you see contact, by all means, go shoot T. Ooh, bad move. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Boom. Right, you two. Oh, this is going to be a direct hit. Yep. Ah, yes.
At the double. Swords. Quick march. Hail. Many troops. Large honor.
Ceasefire.
Missiles awaiting targets.
Just sitting there watching as all the support comes through.
The gates have fallen to us.
Gone. You guys throw shells into there.
Advance at speed.
Help.
Kill them all.
Fuck 'em. Roll up here. You ceasefire. Double time it.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
If we compel them from this distance, then we might as well go for it. I imagine the Sagittariae and the mercenary Germanic hunters will probably have better luck. Really? Little closer? Oh, that's why you can't shoot. I was going to say, like, seriously? Wait, seriously? You're not... You are in range? Okay, now you're in range. Okay, sure. Yeah, this is where the Desert Spears probably have their own little personal traits, but... Again, like, I've got my other shit going, so, you know... For some reason, my catapults seem to be determined to hit the wrong part of this area. Right, you guys. Roll up into here. Okay, for some reason they can't contemplate the concept of going inside the settlement to set up. Oh, hello. There's a... Help is coming, yep. Oh, bollocks to you, bollocks to you, bollocks to you, don't you dare.
The enemy is upon us. They're at the walls.
Fucking friendly fire is not the way that I'm going to lose people.
At the double. Missile-armed warriors.
Right, you concentrate your fire on them. You two, get inside.
Double time.
You, get ammunition. So I suppose the Desert Spears are good at dodging shells. I'm not entirely sure why. They've got no armor to speak of, and they're not exactly wearing armor, are they? That must be the governor. A solid hit on him would probably kill the morale of this place instantly. Then again, so would nicking that point, so... You go grab that, maybe we'll kill some morale.
Missile infantry. Yours to command. Missile infantry at your
See, it always targets to the left. It's like, why not target there?
aid us.
Right, you two.
At speed. Advance at speed.
You charge over there. Right. Boom, there you go. That's a good hit.
And he can no longer fire.
These guys just continue to pull into position. You shoot, shoot, shoot. fuck's sake. No, 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 no. Keep going. Ceasefire. Fuck you. And now fire into the backs of them assholes. I can't trust you, can I? You'll just kill yourselves. How can you not? Probably would have been easier if I just sent the troops in, wouldn't it? Yep. Okay, so I won't count those losses because they're friendly fire. Oh no, actually no, one. Yeah, one kill. One actual kill. I will grant him one kill. It's pointless because it doesn't really count. I wouldn't say that counts, but fuck it. Right, so yeah, basically that's going to be my my more aggressive style of contact. So unless we have spear or sort of stuff of our own, that's going to be how it is. So he's now finally fucking dead. Get the replenishment, which completely fixes all my problems, doesn't it? Now the big problem at the moment is I don't have any money to replace all the shit that I'm laying siege with. So this one could be proving difficult because we've got a very large garrison with higher quality infantry and higher defenses, plus a garrison force that can land straight inside, and it has its own large group of onagers. Even though, technically speaking, it's already in its own thing. So this is where it could get dangerous. Right, let's make a save. Actually, before we do that, out the siege
to the settlement.
Boom. Sparta. Ah. It's funny to think that over, what? Probably like 30 episodes ago, maybe 20. No, but yeah, 30, over 30 I'd say. We were holed up in Rome and northern Italy, desperately trying to hold Verona and Segesta, this bloody pathway here, where the Germans and the Spanish and the actual Romans themselves. Right, what are we dealing with? Is it the same style settlement that we had over at Trappist? No, it's not. Okay. I could get reinforcing naval. I could get reinforcements from the Navy, but I'm not that fussed. Yeah, we've got a few ex-Roman members of our nation as well, which is hilarious. I am concerned about the catapult, though. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to deploy over here to the far east, further sections of the town. Right, catapults. We'll get them on flaming position here. And you guys, this army is not as advanced as it could be. When I say advanced, it's not primarily made up of legionaries. That's what I classify as modern. Order. Right, so you're in the Oral Legatus area. Plus also they don't have all the upgrades, which is again sign of them being slightly old. This is the kind of shit that I would have that I'd normally fight against. GG. I guess he had his own retinue and join our side. That actually would make sense in the Lord dice as well. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these guys take cover inside the settlement. It seems a bit stupid, but in all honesty, I really cannot be fussed. But the big thing, though, is where is their catapult? Because that can run counters. Well, they've got their catapult positioned there, so the Bastion Onager is there, so we can't approach from that.
The enemy has been spotted.
You guys are basically going to corral your way down into there, which then you'll make your way into there. And then what we'll do is, as we'll make our way across and assault this line here, setting up some kind of main point to break through along this point. I like how I don't know why they can't put these in the single player. Like, you have to, with regards to these little things here, this is not normally available in the single player. You actually have to go into the game files themselves and switch on the system from being, like, false to true. So you have to sort of, if you're editing the individual game files themselves, so that way when you go into a single player experience, you have these to kind of go with. Now normally, these things aren't really useful to you because, well, you're the only one playing. But for example, if you're doing Let's Plays, oh, that's cool, you can, well, obviously signify to the audience what your plan is. So I like how I did that and they appeared. It's like, oh, damn it, he marked us. So yeah, basically enemy reinforcements are going to come into there, try and set up some kind of defense. I'm going to roll up with my stuff along towards here and basically push towards this location. Primarily I want this area to be the attack zone, which does kind of ruin things because it means I've got these towers to have to worry about, these towers to worry about, these things to worry about, including the Bastion Onager, which can turn, by the way, and this one as well, in order to make a safe assault. And then, of course, let's not forget that we've got a shit ton of enemy infantry and spearmen who are also making things awkward and interesting. Their ships are actually quite nicely designed as well. But yeah, I am honestly wondering how a backwards society like the Garamatians somehow didn't end up getting their asses handed to. Because, like, these two nations have struck and taken pretty much all of pretty much most of the Middle East and all of Africa. So the fact that they are somehow in command of all these positions does beg the question how. Like, how in seriously do they, you know, have all of this stuff? Let's say maybe a bit more cheeky position there. Again, I have no idea where their Bastion Onager is, but whatever. Their other Onager, because there is an Onager on the ground as well. Move up with the troops as well, just in case. On this occasion, I may need to use the Spearmen, because obviously... Spearmen! Pikes I may not need so much in this particular battle. Pikes I found to be more useful in defensive operations than aggressive. Not to say that pikemen in the past haven't been useful to me, but... Well, let's just say that pikemen have specific uses in locations which are very limited in my personal experience. Not to take anything away from those guys, though, they are prepared and ready. Ironically, these guys are the most armoured out of the entire... These guys have the most armour in the entire army. So stupid. But the good news is all my guys have got shit tons of ammo. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll focus on knocking out the towers first, then I'll target the... Aha! There's their onagers. And they can shoot back. Rapid fire on them now. We have to deactivate them. They're being stalled by their own infantry. This is good. Shit. Ooh! Spread out. I'm just going to have to take the casualties. Alright, we've not neutralized all but one of them. That's good. Shoot for the love of Christ. Right, we've got the first shot off. Miss. Oh, fuck.
The enemy is going for our general. Protect him.
Okay, that is out of action. Good. Ooh, sorry, Spartan Legio. That's not too good, is it? No, we've just lost a bunch of troops. Not good at all. Well, we took care of the Onager, which is great. You in range of that other one? No, it's fine. The Onager isn't. Wow, just a bloody good range. Right. Well, as long as we avoid the left-hand side, we should be fine. I love your shooting, guys. It's just remarkable. But that said, you hit where it counted, which were these things. So, I do applaud your determination to at least hit the target. Ah, there you go. Yeah, again, yeah. Like if they'd failed like last time. I'm still better about that, by the way. That was such bollocks. Will not lie. That was immense bollocks. Right, okay, you focus on that now.
The enemy's tower has been destroyed.
But yeah, like, that was ridiculous. All of those freaking, all of those freaking shots that were being fired against that one onager. Like, it was a bastion onager as well. Nothing, like, it was this. It was simple, it was a simple, yet, you know, completely obsolete style, and it could not take on, you know, it couldn't take on two fairly elitened onager crews. It could take on two fairly elitened onager crews. Not only that, it destroyed a vast majority of them. You know, it just defied belief. Obviously very frustrating and embarrassing as well. Like in real life, I would have murdered whoever was in command of that onager unit and been like, right, that man is never allowed to go near anything that we do ever again. Alright, now that they've been taken care of, I can relocate my onagers to being a little closer. Right, move up to this road line. Yeah, so same tactic as before. We are going to basically redeploy the onagers. Well, we're going to deploy the Legio first to absorb any missile fire that they may have available. Then I'm going to position all of my missiles behind, throwing whatever kind of crap I can get against them, and then boom, we should be able to launch our assault fairly soon afterwards. To which then I will also send the spearmen in as well to help clear the town. But again, the main aim is not to kill everyone inside the town, it is simply to grab the town itself. Which is, of course, grabbing this sector here, so... Again. Right, looks like... Well, we're not in range yet, but it doesn't look like... No, we need to move... No, we need to nudge this one slightly closer. On the road, then. I'd say on the road. If you can nudge yourselves to getting onto the road, I think we should be fine. Okay. You guys make a move. What I might do is I might dispatch the cavalry to try and nick the points. Wait, seriously? No one died from that? I saw one of the shells go into the cavalry. Huh. I hope these mercenary mounted warriors from Persia are going to be any good, because I'm a little concerned that they may not be. Right. Throw shells towards that Bonager. Oh, yeah, Bonager, yes. The Bonager. And good shot. First strike. Yeah, good idea to escape from the town. Also, reducing the morale of this place would prove useful, so setting a settlement on fire would also prove to be helpful. They have made the right call. They're like, sod this place, we're out. Though, admittedly, they're going the wrong way, because over yonder... to the, clearly, to the world's end. That's where my guys are. They really should go down that way, where there is evidently a town in the distance, but they are so far away they can't help them. Really? One. There we go, one hit. Really? Really? You can't hit that? Seriously? That's why sometimes I bloody stop recording, because it's just like, come on! Waiting at some point for my catapults to start hitting the actual target in question. Oh, this looks good. No, it's not. Please, one of these bloody things hit. Yeah, oh. I know it's a long range, but still. You're golden. No, you're not. I withdraw that previous statement. Oh, come on. Come on. One hit. One more fucking hit. You're making me waste so many rounds. How can you be so bad at hitting this? That's plus 20 rounds. One more hit is all I need. Seriously. Finally! Jesus Christ. That was appalling. I'm not going for any more towers, that's for bloody sure. Okay, so what we're going to do now is destroy the wall here. Basically, from road to road. At least you can actually hit the target here. Basically, fuck everything along this section of the wall. So that way we've got a clear access to advance upon. shot and a half. Well done. But yeah, like, I wouldn't have so much problem with the fucking ammunition if...
The enemy gates are
Right, that's
obliterated.
awesome. Right, that's gone. That's taken
The
care
enemy's
of.
walls are down.
I'm not gonna lie, this whole refilling ammunition thing is something I'm probably gonna miss when I'm playing other Total War games. Like, I'll be looking at it going, oh, I want to refill my ammo. And, like, I'll have to just settle for having shit ammo. I'll have to be careful about that, depending on the game. Boom, there you go.
The enemy's walls crumble before our might.
Right, target that. Hopefully we'll be able to get some decent quality shots in. Legio, form into Testudo.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Beautiful. Right, you guys, roll up in a position and start preparing to take shit. Four, three, two, one. Rearm. And then what we'll do is we'll do the same deal as before. We'll get our armies to move up, get into position. You will follow suit. This could be slightly more problematic though, because they have got way more infantry in sort of stuff than we can. I mean, we've got archers for support, but again, like we've got amazing spearmen. Amazing spearmen! Though their missile block chances, ironically, are a lot less than the Desert Spears. Like, the Desert Spears have got 80 missile block chance, whereas these guys don't. There's a lot of them. Holy shit, there's a lot of them. That's just remarkable. The guys with, like, rags and turbines on their heads have a better chance of dodging missiles, or blocking them at least, than dedicated soldiers who have been trained and determined. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it's probably because in the early stages of this game, if you're playing as one of these factions, you'll probably have, like, a lot of factions with archery. Like, I imagine, you know, it's probably because of all the cavalry archers that they've got, slash other groups. We're struggling to hit a wall. That's in front of you. There we go.
The walls are destroyed. The defenses are no more.
Right, we've got a couple more bits of wall, and then we should be good. And then I'll basically turn you on I'll turn you on... Yes, I'll turn you on friendly fire. No. Oh, one more. Oh, good hits on the infantry, though. Look at how much infantry there is. Bloody hell. I don't think they got any Kurdish archers. If that's the case. I'm going to roll up my troops in front of them and just be like, yo, have fun. Just have fun.
The enemy's walls have fallen.
Nice. Nice. Also very nice.
Elite Ballistariae.
Right, cease movement. A little worried at there was a bit of a weird lag session for a second there. Yeah, like that. I mean, I know there's lots of troops on the ground. But there's only 5,000 of them. Well, less than that now, but oh my god. Holy shit. I've never seen so many troops on a breach. Oh my god. My archers are going to have a field day. They're just going to be like, ah! Ah! My guys are like, come on! They're all standing there, like, just waiting for it. It's ridiculous. I've never seen the AI do this. You, my guys, fire at will, be quick and precise in your actions. Prepared to have lots of fun. I mean, look at the devastation we're going to cause in this battle. Oh, yeah. You might as well run up as well.
Quick march. Riders advance.
Oh my god. This is ridiculous. This is like the equivalent of the bloody Ottoman Empire assault when I like had them all surrounded. That was beautiful, by the way. I am not going to lie. That was adorable. Right, we'll get... Just wait for my guys to basically unleash hell. It's ridiculous. Wow, we set... We're firing with such... We're firing with such ferocity and intensity that we're setting parts of the wall on fire that's already been destroyed. We're that good. Jesus Christ. I imagine the Sagittariae are probably going to have a field day because they can arc a lot more than the Ballistariae. Ballistariae can rapid fire and just decimate units if it, you know, armored units generally. Like these, my Ballistariae are my favorite archer unit of all time. They have done amazing. I mean, like again, the Sagittariae are situational, admittedly, and they are very good. You know, but at the same time, they are not nearly as effective in quick rotation as the Ballistariae. And okay, so we've got the Desert Spears now, which are currently surviving. They're the ones who currently can... Here's the thing, they got Abyssal Block chance, but this is where my counter comes into it. It's called Explosive Artillery. Are they on Explosive or on Flaming? You're on Explosive. Right, so here we go, after all this firing. All these amazing spearmen are all dying. Again, I love the name for this thing. It's hilarious. Boff. What the fuck? Oh, you're taking shots. Enemies are in fact now that's why. We've got some enemy slingers in there. They do have a melee... Oh, yeah, must be their archers. We've taken some casualties, but I'm not so fast. Jesus Christ. That was a beautiful shot, whoever threw that one. That one that landed there-ish. Rapid fire. These guys fire ridiculously quick as well. Hello? There's the defectors. Which the Ballistariae are perfectly... Which, you know, Sagittariae are really good at dealing with the sort of like lightly armed sort of whatever missile units, but Ballistariae are the guys who you send when you want dead legionary defectors to go bye-bye. And then, of course, don't forget we've got these guys as well. Like, I will say, ironically, despite my Spartans having a decent melee prowess or whatever, the real strength of my armies actually comes from our ranged contingent. Like, I mean, again, I favour a ranged advantage, and if I can have a battle where I can exploit a ranged advantage, I will do so. Right, let's give me some special ammunition. Jesus Christ, there's bodies covering every aspect. You could easily walk from there to there without touching the ground. And they still got a shit ton of troops. Like, we're beginning to run low on ammo, but they still got a crap ton of troops.
A unit has fired all of its ammunition.
Be precise in your actions. Like, we could easily run out of ammo, and it looks like we are beginning to run out of ammo for my main archer corps. And yet, we still fight. Again, this is where I'm going to need to use my archers and my spearmen, so whilst they're moving up, might as well get these guys ready. What I'll do is I'll dedicate my spearmen to assault this left-hand side, because there's loads of cavalry around here. The main corps of swordsmen, my elitists as can be, will punch a hole straight up the north there. Rapid fire. Jesus Christ. This is ridiculous. They just keep coming. I imagine this is what the main advantage of the Yeah, this must be what the main advantage of the Kingdom of Garamation is. Ooh, they're going to get decimated if they're not careful. And they're not careful. Oh my god. A few more barrages left of my Archer Corps and then they're going to be gone. There's the Sagittarius gone.
All available ammunition.
High levels of ammunition. Ceasefire. Begin ammunition replenishment. Oh, you're out. There's just these guys left. So you may begin to withdraw to the rear lines. I may need you, but still. Also, I found that my crossbowmen are actually better in melee combat than the Sagittarius. Not to say that the Sagittarius can't fight, but these guys seem to fare better in melee. Oh my god. Be precise in your actions. For what's left of your actions. Get my infantry to move up. Here they come. This could be a problematic thing. Don't know if they could be in range. They are not in range, but they are ready. Get ready to take all the shit from all these dudes. Resupply as much as you can. Okay, you may actually now begin firing, because oh my god. Ooh. Concentrate fire on that infantry unit there. Armenian slingers are dangerous people. I can cut through these infantry, no problem, but... Okay, ceasefire on that, begin refiring on other targets. Good shooting, good shooting. Right, you guys, advance quickly behind them and prepare to throw your own spears. Right, on my signal, you will all unload your shit. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. Right, we now outnumber them slightly. Have fun.
One of our units can no longer fire.
My game is lagging out because of all the fire that I'm pouring in. I can't... There we go. Oh my god. Oop. There we go. This is ridiculous. Right, all of my guys are in position. They're all able to do shit. Right, you three, advance on the left, up towards the top there. You, and you. God, you're just about ready to go into contact. In fact, you are. Ceasefire on that. Oh, good shot though. Beautiful, beautiful. Right. Keep going, come on. Right, you guys get into your steady thingy. Go into there. You, up there. Now, go, go, go. Right, regroup over towards there. You guys go nab him. You, over the banner now. Quickly rearm yourselves, just because. Boom. Rally up. This is where micromanaging is going to be a bit of a bitch. You two, punch a hole there. You two, punch a hole there. You, punch a hole there. You, try and survive as much as you can. You, try and get over there. You, I want you over there. Actually, no, I want you up there and beginning to flank around. The problem is we've got some... Oh, Jesus Christ. Who's getting raped? You're getting attacked from the rear. Are you getting attacked from the rear? You are getting attacked from the rear. Right, you guys are taking cover from there. I didn't really want to have the slugfest, to be honest with you. You engage them. You begin engaging them. Actually, move up towards this location. Just come out. Right, slow things down a bit. So you need to get over there as soon as you can, because these two units need backup ASAP. Okay, so their cavalry dudes are actually fairly good. You are engaged with them. Good. You move up a little bit and punch a hole through. You begin engaging those guys. You begin engaging those guys. Make those guys unbreakable. Unbreakable because you are kind of cut off. Jesus Christ, are you chasing them all the way down there, GG? How's your stamina? You're doing good, actually. I like you. You're doing better than, well, the Western shit. Right, you guys begin to throw some shells towards their desert raiders, because I don't like their desert raiders. Their cavalry are pretty damn good, so we can neutralize them a bit. Here you go, that'll take a few to take them down a notch. Right, you've got like 29 tribesmen over there, plus whatever. Okay, punch a hole towards those amazing spearsmen. Right, you guys begin making a move towards there and begin throwing shells in their direction. Catch them. Boom, there you go. You've won.
The enemy are losing their advantage. One of our units has used all its ammunition.
You engage those cavalry. Provide assistance to knocking out those dudes, and then we can begin our assault through the town. You guys will take care of those cavalry units and then begin to push towards the HQ. Focus on them. I'll dedicate these spearmen to assist you in that position over there. Oh, bloody hell. Ceasefire. Just did some bloody friendly fire. Right, you up there now. You two. I know we're going over the episode length, but still. Right, you've taken care of that? Beautiful, beautiful. Right, you. Yeah, keep firing. Right, you guys, push to the left now, ASAP. You, help raise morale, because you're going to need it. Seems like I'm beginning to see the strength of the Garamation Empire. Or at least, what I assume is what they are, their strength is. I'm going to position myself towards there. If we can nick their temple, then we could turn the tide. It's a shame my guy doesn't have Warcry. I've always found the Warcry ability to be slightly more effective. Right, you guys, you can't do anything. Right, never mind. Move up. You, and you. Begin to push that way. Just punch a hole up that line now. Run up. I think also because our guys don't have as much armor upgrades as other stuff. These guys are this army is relatively fresh. It's not complete. It's not like amazingly destructive, but it's, you know, it's relying on fresh stats rather than the stats of, say, for example, an army elitened by years of constant service. Here we go. Right. Make a push towards this area as quickly as you can. Cavalry regroups towards there. You two get over there now. These guys are definitely determined. I'm impressed that they haven't broken yet. Like, normally by now, the enemy forces would have broken out. The only nation I can honestly say that has lasted as long as this in certain forms of combat are the Romans. So, I think I'm beginning to see where the real, Then again, also, it could be the fact that my freaking infantry are quite retarded at times. Right, so they have cavalry. That's good. That's something I need. Spring out. Okay, bowmen. Get some actual cavalry support coming in. Right, you guys are all lined up. Good. I don't know how effective these guys are. They're tier 1 though, so up against camp. I wonder if these guys give out even more if their general goes down. Like, that could be a thing. There's morale. Right, get inside that town center and help capture it.
A victory point is almost within our grasp.
Yeah, that unit is losing pretty effectively, and we've just about nicked this settlement, so I'd say we're doing good. Punch a hole straight through, run straight through them. Right, we nicked it almost. This has been one of the more epic battles of this particular game. Not gonna lie. Oh my god. Oh, the lag. Oh, the lag. Oh my god. Right, I'm taking a few pictures just to illustrate just how much death has occurred in this particular area. There we go.
At your service.
Right, they've won that one. Good. Push on to that guy. I think it's the morale. I have discovered it is in fact the morale. Oh god. These guys, whichever general they had, whichever general that they've got in this town, they have got a very good one. Boom. Nicely done, nice. Boom. There you go. There you go. Nearly an hour and 20 minutes. Oh. But still, very good. Our guys got a lot of good kills. Oh yeah, that must have been the reason. Jesus Christ. He had a lot of kills. That was probably what helped save the settlement. High-ranking general, much. Still, we done good. And Tyrus now lies under the blessing of our troops. Now, we did suffer some casualties, but luckily we didn't lose all of them. But we did just deprive them of a lot of territory. And a pretty useful...
We hunger for battle.
There you go. And yeah, justly so. Justly bloody so. Right, okay. Seriously, you don't have any households? Okay. I'll get you that. Oh, he likes Easterners. That's not good. Right, well, we're going to have to... Yeah, that's actually not good. We're going to have to try and find a way of... We need to... We have to find a way of... Ranged? Yep, training boat. That sounds perfect. We need to increase the morale of it. Or, like, increase the morale of the troops. So that way, whilst we're doing stuff, we can... Surveyor... I think we'll probably have to go for that. Because you've got a lot of ranged infantry there. And then you could have that. Alright. Who are you? Corinthus Pretoria. Yeah, you... Yeah. Not good. But still, there you go, guys. We have gained more territory in the war against the enemy, and we've still got one more siege to go towards. This one here, being led by the gods of war. This settlement is being led, well, more traditional battle with the Kurdish archers. And also, we've got once again, a level 4 commander with a shit ton of desert spears. So these guys now, far more dangerous than they could ever be. So anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time. This is Miss Jaeger, signing out.